issues straight, legal shit, all kind of other shit, financial shit, you dig? But to say the least, we back, we back with a bang. It's been a hell of a year so far. I can't believe we already mid-November, and with all the stuff that's going on in the world, everything that's going on in the world, we just cannot skip over this guy right here. Okay. And whatever, however many people he rubbed the wrong way, and the women are going nuts on social media talking about this guy and everything. Dr. Hood, we're gonna look at it from a more or less a financial standpoint. you know um of course, if a man got resources, a man got means, I'm a firm believer that it's his life, and if he's not leading people on and doing, making people believe that it's supposed to be something else, although how women are, they can switch up at any time. So that's probably the main issue that I got with Nick Cannon. We'll get on that. We'll get on that. So we got this guy Nick Cannon. I hear. Well, he made statements. It was on the Today Show. I was checking it out. He's saying that he puts far more than 3 million a year annually or whatever into child support, the support of his kids. Different things that go along with it. Uh, and that's a hell of a lot of money. That's a shitload of money. These kids are probably living really good. I don't think that personally, because it says he's only worth 20 million, right? I mean, sure, he's he was married to Mariah Carey. She's a probably a half a billionaire, right? And he's been in touch with a lot of money, sitting on 20 million. I don't know. He probably makes more than 3 a year. I think it said he made like 6 million a year. Um, he's paying more than 3 million a year, child support. And I think his salary is 6 million, right? So, he's getting a half a million a month. And, he's putting half of that into all these kids that he's got, rather if it's different mortgages, different rents, different things that pop up. um he's dealing with at least like 5 different women. We can't gloss over that at all. I don't think that's very responsible as a streamer to gloss over the fact that, well, Mariah Carey's not going to need any money, and that's the luxury of having a woman that because Mariah Carey don't want his money, you know. So let's just say there's 4 or 5 other ones. Let me see. I didn't even have my mic plugged in. We over here struggle streaming, y'all. We struggle streaming. Salute everybody that fuck with Dr. Hood. All right. Okay, so Mariah Carey don't need his money. Let's put that out there. But these other chicks, we'll get to they got a really nice little diagram of the family tree, although it's not going to show you the latest and the greatest. But I got a little clip from Tasha K was going in on Nick Cannon, you know. But you know, a man worth 20 million, he makes 6 million a year. He wants to keep his 20 million in the bank and spend half of his money on the kids. Of course, it's well over the top, but for education and for everything. I guess it's needed. My thing, and I'm gonna keep saying this probably 10 more times, is what happens when, because the women, they're not gonna just sit there and just fucking, like, this is gonna be some toxic shit after a while, right? And let's say he gets sued or something, or takes a downfall to where his money, or maybe he does some type of investments to where, he compromises what his net worth is, loses some properties or whatever it is, acquire more babies, moms, it's not, you're not just gonna, like, if you want multiple, you want multiple, you don't want just 4 women and then that's it. Like, if you want 4 women, there's going to be a time in your life where you're going to want 5 women, and then you're going to want 10 women, if you're getting it like that, right? I mean, we can't just sit here and act like that's not a thing, like, people don't get over compulsive and, just keep wanting more and more and more. So, these aren't 4 of his soulmates, 4 or 5 of his soulmates. These are women that come through. It's like a cycle, right? If you're going to do it, I'm just not agreeing to pay half of my whole salary on some child support that could fluctuate and go up based on a woman's attitude, right? That's just not smart. But to get in this man's business, like all these women are doing, saying that he's a bad dad, saying that this and that, when their baby's dad probably is not doing shit for their kids, their baby's dad's not even buying football cleats and doing, little small shit, right? You work around the yard, teaching the kid how to cut bushes and how to start a fucking fire, in the fire pit, or teaching the kid how to barbecue. I'm a terrible fisher. So, I mean, fisherman, I'm not a good fisherman. So if teaching your kid how to go fish, like, we can go watch some YouTubes and shit. I took my kids, we went fishing. We had a terrible experience. One of my daughters caught a little ass fish that was like 4 inches long, I mean, we couldn't really do nothing with that. I'm not sure if we tossed him back or if we kept him. I mean, he was pretty small. I don't know the regulations or what you're supposed to be able to catch and leave in the water, But it's just the small things. And Nick Cannon, I believe he's able to do all of that. Just big acreage type of situation. All the kids come through for the weekend, for the summer, the different like, obviously he's fucking them all. So my thing is, I don't see why they couldn't all just be in one big ass house, but you know how women are. They're going to want more. They're going to want this. They're going to want that. They're going to want to have extra guys in the situation. I don't know how Nick Cannon's going to pan that part of it out, that a woman could just possibly just want to fuck around. And then, so I don't know their situation. That's why I don't judge too much. We're just bringing y'all the news. But let's get into this clip. They were basically breaking down the family tree. It's a messy family tree, so it might have a little humor to it. You know what I'm saying? You guys enjoy.
Hey, Nick, no condom Cannon.
Have 3 babies on the way. Is that true or false?
So is Nick your primary partner?
The stork is on the way. We'll see how it trickles down.
Oh my God, you guys are having one big...
Nick No Condom Cannon can't seem to keep it in his pants.
Okay, it's Nick No Condom. They coming straight out. Nick No Condom, if this is a problem, if this is, I mean, I can see dudes doing this. You know, I'm not gonna sit here in front like I can't see guys trying to pull this off. I know guys with 6 babies moms. You know, I know guys. You know, I won't tell you how I know these guys, but I know guys with 6 babies moms. And they can't, they could probably provide all the other shit, you know, the important shit, but I doubt if they could provide uh all the financial shit that Nick Cannon can provide, right? You know, so and then he didn't get no kids until he got rich, right? He didn't have any kids with Mariah until he was well off, and he was with a woman that was well off. So you got to look at some of those early decisions that a lot of us men we're disqualified way back, because you know, like me, it seemed like I've been hustling my whole life. I had my first kid at 20, you know, and you know, it's been a hustle. It's been a hustle the whole time, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, D-Man Jr.? What's going on, fam? We just up in here cooking. This, you know, this Nick Cannon, it been all over the news. I mean, when it hits the news, I mean, I know my Facebook feed ain't gonna let nothing slide, but when it hits the news, bro, I usually got you know, I watch my forensic files at night. You know what I'm saying? It turns into HLN in the morning, Robin Meade, and you know, all these motherfuckers on there. And you know, they had it on there, you know, about time 6 o'clock hit, around 5, 6 o'clock, I just turned it to the local news. So I saw it on there. They're talking about, you know, he's got number 12 coming in. And everybody's in an uproar. Everybody wants to talk about this guy's parenting skills and, you know, whatever, you know. And then you ask your kids, not none of us, but I know some of my kids will be like, shit, they'll take Nick Cannon because he got the resources. My kids, they like, I ain't gonna say they love money, they like money. You know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon got more than your dad. Nick Cannon got more money than your dad, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, kids are materialistic. You know, they don't give a fuck about love, man. Of course, you got to give them love, but if I could give a kid a bag of hearts and hugs and kisses and shit, or an Xbox, you know, go on a walk with your dad and talk about life, or get an Xbox. Y'all, man, kill me with this. Kill me with this, bro. Let's get into it.
Hands. At this rate, he's going to beat out the Kardashians. He has a handful of baby mamas and a bunch of kids. He's currently expecting at least 2 more children on the way, and he has no plan to slow down. So let's get into it.
Okay, listen. You know, I'm not the guy that's be trolling and shit, and I wasn't expecting this, but this you just look at this guy that's just talking this shit. You know, he don't seem like he's smacking any cheeks anytime soon. We're just gonna keep it like that.
I want to talk to you guys about Nick Cannon and his baby mamas, because he's got a lot of kids and a very...
Bro, I'm sorry, man. You guys. Hey, you right. Yeah, he said be fruitful, you know, be fruitful and multiply. You know, Nick Cannon, I don't know if he got some type of health issue or something. He just trying to leave a whole bunch of legacy. One time I was on a stream because I got a huge family. I'm like number 2 out of 8. You know, my mom had 8 kids. I got a lot of kids. You see what I'm saying? So I'm all about, although you got your ups and downs when it comes to family. You know, you got shady motherfuckers. You got, you know, family is family. But perhaps Nick Cannon doesn't really have family. Like I know a chick, I've been knowing her since high school. And she's got like 2 or 3 cousins in fucking Arizona, you know, and it's like her sister, her mom and dad, a nephew, you know what I'm saying? Like one out, like their family is really fucking small, you know. So maybe he's feeling like he wants to put his kids in a situation to where they got family ties. He's growing his family. Somebody has to. If all your kids, if none of them have kids, you know, then, you know, your bloodline's gone. You feel me?
Complicated situation.
The 41-year-old has fathered 8 children with 5 different women. There are 2 more that we know of on the way.
And this video isn't intended to shame Nick Cannon because I'm sure he's a great father, but rather to explain what's going on here. Nick Cannon has been very open about his lifestyle and why he has so many children. In short, he says if he chooses to have unprotected sex with someone, then he could see that person as the mother of his child. He has said, quote, if I have gotten to the point where I say, I can take off this condom, I'm going to say she could be the mother of my child. And supposedly all of the children he has had have been planned.
I'm having these kids on purpose.
Okay, so if you have them on purpose, then what I'm saying.
Accident.
When it comes to procreating, Nick Cannon does not.
Hey, you know, I never saw that clip right there. It didn't look too good. Like Dr. Hood's gonna tell you for what it is, what I think it is right now. And I think he got in too deep. People got on him. He wants to have them on purpose, but he really doesn't, right? He's cashing out. There's nothing worse than being around a bunch of people that only fuck with you because of your money. You know, I don't, you know, rather if that's your girl, you know, your family, you know, they only come around on their birthdays because they know you're going to give them something, you know, motherfuckers. And then these women, the type of shit that they want $200 pedicures. They want their hair done. You know, I'm pretty sure he's probably forking out a couple BBLs, right? This doesn't look, you know, and when I first jumped on here, I was kind of in his defense. You know, I brought up his stats, his net worth. You know, he's making $6 million a year. You know, that's more than what Dr. Hood makes, right? You know, with all these women, they obviously can't find nobody better than him, which I'm not saying that Nick Cannon's like on the low of the totem pole. He's up there. So, like, what are they going to do? Go trick off with Pookie and miss out on that bag and just go through it, you know, with the court system? I guess he's not dealing with the court system. He's just forking out. Give you an allowance, 200,000, you know, whatever, you know. He's cashing out. You know, this guy's cashing the fuck out. This doesn't look like something that I would want to be a part of.
Not messed around. And after reportedly welcoming his 7th child into the fold, Nick defended himself on his Power 106 Los Angeles radio.
Okay, so this is after number 7 right here. So after number 7, you got Nick Cannon slumped down in the seat. You know, probably 39, 40 years old. You know, I ain't gonna talk about his attire, but he's not coming up in there looking like the 39-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, of course he got to be in his Nickelodeon shit too, though. I get it.
radio show after City Girls rapper JT advised him to wrap it up to prevent unintended pregnancies. In response to JT's comment, Nick said that he's not having any accidents and went on to explain that these pregnancies are all on purpose.
So all of the kids are on purpose. And you'll see as we go through all of the different baby mamas and these.
Why is this dude so invested in this? Man, look, man. This guy is so invested in this shit, man. He needs to get his shit together, right? You know, instead of worried about Nick Cannon.
He has kids with, he continues to have kids with them, which is interesting because you would think that maybe he's focusing on one woman at a time, but he doesn't seem to operate that way.
What I assumed at first was that you were co-parenting, you know, not only with Mariah, but with these other mothers, and maybe one of them, the most recent one, you were in a relationship with.
And I think that's what I struggle with, because even when I define relationship or love, and it's like, clearly, if I care for someone, if I have a child with someone, there has been intimacy, and there probably will continue to be intimacy because there's true, authentic love there.
So it seems like Nick is continuing to date these different women just over time.
This guy, man. Let me get my overlay, bruh. This guy's fucking me.
You'll see throughout this video, he does have a relationship that is reoccurring with a few specific baby mamas, but he's been super respectful, and he was quoted saying, "I feel like every woman I have a child with are amazing mothers." And there was a thought process going into it. Like, man, she would be an amazing mother. She's desired children. I can't wait to see what type of mother she would be.
Right. Because, it's not like she's going to have a, like, you're giving a fucking starter kit, right? Yeah, I mean, how amazing can you be as a mother? Like, you're probably giving them, God knows, every fucking month, just automatic direct deposit. They don't have to worry about nothing. The kids don't need shit. Like, all you're doing is you're rolling brand new whips, brand new cribs. Anything go wrong with the crib, you probably got maids over there, cooks. You probably got a motherfucker to change the diapers. You know, another family member that want to come along for the ride and get a Birkin bag or some shit. You know, I mean, you could pay. You guys probably got a daycare, somebody that just comes through and just, it's a daycare, just in case any of the moms want to go run on the treadmill or whatever. You know, there's somebody there. So I don't want to hear this, she's going to be an amazing mom shit, when, you know, she's not battle tested. You know, you just a mom. You know, if you ain't been through shit, and I ain't saying going through shit makes you everything. It's not, you know, you're not required to go through troubles parenting to be considered great. But just these little spoon-fed little situations, you know, obviously she didn't think she was a good enough mother to find a man that would be just with her and not 5 other bitches, you know. So she couldn't have been that much. Let's not put him on a fucking pedestal now.
So it seems like he gets pretty excited about this. So Nick wants us to believe that he's just invested in each of these women, but we also must acknowledge that his nickname is Nick No Condom Cannon. So he's the first person I heard say that. But, you know, maybe this guy wears condoms and shit. You know, I mean, hey, but motherfucker might do a reaction to this and say, hey, maybe Dr. Hood doesn't wear condoms, you know? It's not like to wrap up. And actually, this person interviewing him in this next clip asks him, like, what do you do if a woman, you know, wants you to put on a condom? And that's supposedly against his rules.
We need a condom.
then we need to step back and have a different kind of conversation.
Yeah,
because like I'm at a point in my life, I don't want to have pointless sex. And that's usually probably why it ends up in children, because I'm not interacting, I'm not engaging with anybody that I don't really have a true love and like I want to build something with.
He warns us more kids are on the way and protected sex is not his thing.
Or as the streets say, Nick, no condom cannon.
That's right.
Is that what they said?
How many do you want?
I always used to joke around. I was like, I wanted the 12 is that the 12 tribes. Like I was really but I, somewhere at 10.
He's gonna be at 20 though. I ain't gonna front at the rate he's going, and then women are fertile. The more kids they get, the more they're gonna get when Nick Cannon kicks the bucket. Right? They're gonna be more. If there's a baby's mom that's gonna get 6, let's say there's a baby's mom that only got 1, and then there's a baby mom that got 4. The one with 4 is gonna get more, right? When everything hits the fan, the baby's mom with 4 kids is gonna get more. So I believe Nick Cannon is gonna eclipse 20 kids. And if he doesn't get something that's going to double his net worth from 20 million, which is a lot of fucking money, but it's not a lot when you're just blowing half of that on fucking child support, your earnings, so it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good, y'all.
12.
So Nick wants 10 to 12 children, which it seems like he's going to reach that goal very quickly. But let's go ahead and go back in time and talk about all the different women that he has had children with. So we all know that Cannon was married to Mariah Carey. On April 30th, 2011, Nick became a father for the first time when Mariah Carey had twins.
After tying the knot in 2008 with Mariah Carey, the two started trying to have a family right away and eventually got pregnant with twins. And on their 3rd wedding anniversary in 2011, Nick and Mariah welcomed daughter Monroe and son Moroccan into the world. And
okay, so they, he's growing. It's growing. It's growing. The family is definitely growing at a fast pace. Let me get this off of here. You know how they want to do me. Until I get my 1,000 subs, we ain't getting YouTube Premium or whatever they be trying to get me to order.
Nick and Mariah ended up getting divorced, but they were married in 2008 and lasted until 2016. Nick claims that they named their child Monroe after Marilyn Monroe because Mariah was very inspired by Marilyn Monroe, and they named their son, I believe, Moroccan, and that's because he wanted to give his son a strong name. Compared to Nick's other baby mamas and relationships that he has, it does seem like Mariah sticks out because they were together the longest. They were married. His first 2 children are with her. So she's really like someone who's detached from this entire scenario that's going on with Nick and all of these other women, because Mariah doesn't seem to continue to have a relationship with Nick outside of co-parenting.
Mariah and I co-parent very well, so she and I are just we're really great friends, and she's kind of taught me so much. So like that's
above
family.
The
Yeah,
that's a different.
family.
And you were married to her also, and that's a different kind of.
It's a different.
But
setup.
These other 5 or 6.
Now we got this.
Yeah, see, Nick Cannon, man. See, after you dig into it, yes, infatuated with the combination of the following: pregnant woman, new pretty face to fall in love with, infant, and start a new relationship. Hey, man, that's the truth, though. That's the truth, man. He can't make up his mind. He's like a little kid in a candy store, But I'm not going to knock him, because let's look at this. And I already said this, and I'm going to keep saying this shit over and over. He didn't have no kids until he was up in age. Like, he didn't have a kid at 20 like me, right? And then he waited till at least he had multiple M's in his wallet. Right? He had multiple M's. You know, when you put yourself in that situation, the eligibility, you know, I mean, you could look at those women, you could say they bad, you could say whatever, you know, you could say they ugly, you know, you can judge them, but the availability, and then if you think like, can you pull that off? Can you, you know, really right now, can you pull it off? So it has to do with the way he structured his life, and he built his status to that level to where, I'm not saying it's good, but that 6 women or however many women, or even knocking somebody like Mariah, even though I don't know how the fuck he's worth 20 million if he was fucking with a half a billionaire. Like, like if I'm fucking with a half a billionaire, we're married, we got 2 kids, I'm at least getting 100 million up out of the deal, right? So those are red flags. You're married with this woman for this long. She has all of this fucking money, $500 million. Mariah Carey. Let me see, because you know, I don't want to be saying this shit if it ain't true, man. Mariah Carey net worth. Okay, she's worth about 340 million, right? And Nick Cannon right now is only worth 20, right? She could just give him the 40 and be good. She ain't even tripping. But I guess he don't got the game to put it together so he can get his money.
6, Doc. I like how we keep going up.
Now let's get into Nick's next baby mama, and her name is Brittany Bell. She is a model and former Miss Arizona, and they have 2 children together. They're actually expecting another baby together, which was recent.
See, he's knocking Miss Arizona. Hey, I don't know if she got any brains. You know, I'm a brains first type of guy, but this is a bad one. I mean, she's a 7. What, you gonna give her a 7, or is she an 8, 9, or a dime, right? So that's one. Well, Mariah was 1. This is number 2.
Announced, but before we get to that, let's talk about their son. So in February 2017, Nick and Brittany Bell had a son named Golden. This was about a year after he and Mariah split up, so it was
wow. So he was just thirsty. This couldn't have been. This was. He's sad about Mariah. If you just bust out and just have a kid right away, you know, with this woman right here, even though you was probably fucking with her or whatever, you know, you got that connection, you're doing whatever. I think that was, his heart was broken over Mariah. Okay. So he wants to go impregnate this woman to show her that he doesn't need her to start a family, right? And he proved this point.
Was pretty shortly after, but it does seem like Nick has had an active father role in Golden's life, and he recently had a 5th birthday party, and it was like Black Panther themed, and it looked really cute.
Then on February 21st, 2017, Nick and Brittany had their first child together, a son named Golden. And nearly 3 years later, in December of 2020, Nick and Brittany welcomed their 2nd child into their family, a daughter that they decided to name Powerful Queen.
You guys heard that right. They decided to name their daughter Powerful Queen, which I want to hear what you guys think about that name.
It's a cool name. I think it was more disturbing is this zesty motherfucker. He gonna copyright strike me, man. Don't strike me, bruh. This is just commentary. Don't hate on the commentary.
The comments below. I mean, we've got Trisha Paytas naming her daughter Malibu Barbie, but honestly, I feel like Malibu Barbie is better than Powerful Queen.
It's
a
not.
little bit weird, but
it's not. It's a Powerful Queen. It's not. Malibu Barbie, you know, come on, man. Let's get off of that shit, bro. You know, both of the names are hideous, but Powerful Queen, I'd rather name my daughter Powerful Queen than fucking Malibu Barbie. You know, let's not get into this.
gave birth in December 2020, and they've been pretty public about having these two children together. Nick has actually bragged about his daughter, Powerful Queen, claiming that she's brilliant, that she's a genius, and she's really smart for her age.
What's this? Yeah. What's it say?
See that right there? Just getting the kid and teaching it shit, you know. Man, this is crazy, man. Where I gotta get to? Hold up. Oh yeah, let me get this shit off of here, because you know how they do me, man. It's a Dr. Hood show, man. Hit the like button. We rolling. We rolling over here, man. This before the subs. This Dr. Hood before the subs.
Children, but I do want to go back a little bit and talk about the time that Mariah learned that Nick was expecting another baby shortly after their divorce, and it seems like her reaction was pretty chill.
Pretty chill, my ass. Let's see.
By the time Nick and Mariah's divorce was finalized in the
Let Dr. Hood be the fucking judge of this shit.
fall of 2016, it was revealed that Nick was expecting a baby with model Brittany Bell. Nick recalled the moment, Mariah called him out on it, and revealed it wasn't too awkward of a conversation.
Okay, let me see, because we always be on this Kevin Samuels. We're talking about women hitting the wall, you know. So let's type in this Brittany Bell. Let's type in this Brittany Bell. You know, I want to see, you know, how old she is. Okay. Okay, so she's 35. She's 35 now. They was talking about 2017, or, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, she was probably like 30. Mariah was 40, 47-ish, you know. So he traded in his car for, I ain't doing math. I got a joint in my hand, but it looks like a 17 year. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it looks like, right? It looks like he traded in his Buick LeSabre for a newer one, right? And then, you know, we talking about hitting the wall and shit. So look what happened.
Jen.
She came at me first about it, so it was actually easier because I was like, because you know I wasn't even talking about it and none of that
She heard
stuff.
about it on the gram or something?
I don't
What
know how
happened?
she heard about it, but she called me and she was funny with it. You know what I mean? She was like, I heard about you out here in these streets.
Fortunately, Mariah was mature about that situation.
No, dude. A lot of times when they be feeling like that, he would have if she was chill, she would have let him come to her with it, right? And just say, oh, you know, I already knew, but, you know, congratulations, right? So, dude, you don't even know. You don't even fucking know. He's the type of dude that you're going to agree with everything a fucking woman do. You know, it ain't one time that he, you know, when it was reading the shit to the kid, the kid's smart. He, you know, he's doing a good thing. That's good to see because they don't show that. They talk about the condoms and stuff that he ain't wearing, but he doesn't say that the kid can read before the motherfucker's 2 years old. You know, my son is 6. He's brilliant. He's smart as hell. But he wasn't reading at fucking 2 years old, bruh. You know, let's stop the crap.
Because little did she know that he was going to go on a rampage and impregnate a bunch of different women. And actually, Brittany Bell is pregnant with their third kid together, which is pretty impressive. I mean, they have a 5-year-old and then like a 2 or 3-year-old, and now they've got another kid, but they're not even in a relationship.
From 60 Style to the Front Porch, Nick Cannon and Brittany Bell announced their third child together with this major photo shoot.
Okay, so Nick Cannon, man, he's building up. You know, this should be number 5. You know, we counting it up. He count up. You know,
Brittany, a former Miss Universe contestant, rocked 9 different looks, showing off her baby bump.
Now let's talk about Nick's latest baby mama. Her name is Lanisha Cole, and she's a photographer. She actually just gave birth on September 15th, 2022. Their child's name is Onyx Ice Cole Cannon, and this is currently Nick's youngest child, even though he currently has like 2 on the way. It does seem like Lanisha lives a private life, and I don't know if she's currently dating Nick Cannon or what.
8 9s or dimes. 8 9s or dimes. Put it in the chat. What is this woman right here? The Brittany Bell, we gave her 8, 9, and dime. You know, we ain't gonna say 10. We ain't gonna say 9. Is she a 7 or below? Just leave it in the chat. If she's above a 7, leave it in the chat, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if she's over a 7. You know, put a 2 in the chat if she's not. You know, it doesn't look like Nick Cannon is digging to the bottom of the barrel, like a lot of women say, you know, although, you know, I wouldn't want my daughter to sign up for this shit. Although I wouldn't want her to have one baby's dad, you know, a kid by one dude that is not shit either. So sometimes the life ain't gonna be perfect. I think we already know that though.
I really couldn't find much about her because she's kind of new to the club, I guess, and pretty secretive about their kid. I mean, she did just give birth like 2 weeks ago, so she really is new to the club. But someone who's not new and currently expecting another kid with Nick is Abby De La Rosa. Abby's actually a DJ and radio personality, and she gave birth
just the aesthetics, just the looks, just based on looks alone. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna give this woman right here? You know, it's not important, but I just want to know. I want to know. Just let me know. What is she? A 7, 8, 9, or 10? If you say she's a 6, get the fuck off the stream. I don't want to hear it. You know. Now that's just the outside. Of course, you got to look at the inside. You know. He said he ain't messing with no chicken head. She looked like Halle Berry with that little short hairdo. You know, this is the type of shit. If this is what you want in life, you're gonna at least have to have the Nick Cannon type of resources. That's all I'm saying, fellas. You know, I'm not advocating for this. I don't think these kids are in bad situations. You know, I know a few dads that died in the hood and shit years ago when their kids was young. You know, they've been gone 15 years. So you mean to tell me that that's better parenting than what Nick Cannon's doing? You know what I'm saying? I beg to differ. I think he can provide these kids with a lot more. But if he keeps it up and if he thinks that it's going to be peaches and cream like this, or if anybody thinks it's going to be peaches and cream like this, and you're not going to be spending a lot of time in court because you trust these women, you got this connection you want to build with. They're not with that if you didn't have the money, right? That's when we're talking about hypergamy. You know, that's why it exists. That's why hypergamy exists, you know, because they're not fucking with you if you don't got resources. Yeah, she's bad. She's a bad one. Yeah, I said Halle Berry. I would definitely say Nia Long. I agree. Nia Long for sure. For sure. She definitely looked a little bit more like Nia Long. I would agree. You know, and we're not here to bash Nick Cannon. We're not here to bash him. I actually came to, you could say, cape for him a little bit. But, you know, when I look at things, I always got to look at it from a different lens. Like we've been up on here for a minute. I got a little Kizal. I got a little Kizal. We're going to get through this, though.
2 twins back in June 2021, Zion and Zillin. And actually in August 2022, she posted a video on Instagram of the home that Nick Cannon bought her. Abby seems to love being the mother to Nick's children. I mean, she's gotten a whole house out of it, and she seems to be very cheerful about everything. I mean,
she's gotten a whole house out of it. See, this guy's buying houses like pizzas, you know, or like Xboxes, you know, like these dads, and some of them that I see, you know, they get an Xbox, you know, they kid love them. This guy's buying houses. It's a lot different. And I heard he had some type of illness, lupus or something, you know, something that he's not expected to live a full life, you know. So I could kind of see why he would want to surround his kids with a big family structure, bigger than just what one woman can do. Now, one of these women, they could probably pump out 5 or 6, but every woman can't do that. You know, you get women that they want to pump out 1, they want to pump out 2, you know, and that's it, right? So I'm not here to knock him. I just think that he's not exempt from the big courtroom fiascos, all of those type of things that could be coming his way, you know, and I'm not going to cry for him. I'm not going to be the guy feeling sorry for him because he's got to give up all his money and his net worth is broke. You know, it's 20 million now. If we visit this issue next year and he's worth 40, right? Like, what are we talking about? If he jumps up to 100, like some of these do, they just kind of tether around that under 20. And then once they hit the 20, they just take off. I've seen, you know, I monitor net worths. I'm a net worth guy. That's one of my talking points. You know, we're talking about people, they getting up on there showing their ass. Okay, because obviously you got your shit together if you're showing your ass, right? So I look at that.
Granted, she's now pregnant with another one of his children. So she's secured that house. She's got 3 kids with him. She's doing what she does.
She's kind of a baddie too. You know, I know you. This ain't about that. We're not on here about that. Yeah, she's bad as shit. She bad. Salute my brother Def Chef in the building. Yeah, we had to take a little break, man. You know, sometimes I get overwhelmed. It'd be a lot of shit going on, man. But just to know that the brotherhood is still here supporting, you know, the channel. We always gonna bring you something hot. It ain't gonna be your ordinary stream. You know, I got unique takes on it, just about everything. It's unique. I don't care. I don't have to agree with nobody to feel good at the end of the day. Like, oh shit, D-Man Jr. disagreed with me. Hey, that ain't gonna stop him. That ain't gonna stop me. If Def Chef called me and tell me about the last stream, hey, Dr. Hood, I disagree with you on that. Okay, let's hash it out. I put it on speaker because I know Def Chef be getting loud as fuck. Let me put it on speakerphone and let's talk about it, man. You know, let me go in the office so, you know, ain't nobody all in our business, right? But that's not what it's about. Agreeing, all of that, going with the flow all the time. Soul Power in the building. Salute to you, fam. I got the link dropped too. If y'all want to come splash with your boy, you dig. But nah, so far, you got Mariah, you got the one that was Miss Universe contestant. I ain't gonna say 10. I'm gonna just say 8, 9, and 9. Because if I say 10, that's like, you know, I'm not gonna say that, you know. But she wasn't ugly. Let's put it that way. This one ain't ugly. The little brown skin one's not ugly. Mariah's not ugly. 340 million. I don't know how a man could date a woman or be with a woman and have 2 kids with her for like 8 years. And you only have, and he was less than that. Like his shit's been going up, you know, as of the last 5 years. But he left that relationship with pretty much nothing, you know. I don't know if they had a prenup or whatever. I know if the shoe was on the other foot, you know, let Russell Wilson, let Sierra leave Russell Wilson. And I guarantee you, because she's worth about the same amount. She's worth about 20 million. When she met him, she was worth about 10, right? If she leaves him, she's going to be up in the 50s and 70s and 80s, maybe 100 million, right? So let's keep that same energy. You know, a lot of women, you know, they want to tax the dudes, they want to do all of this shit, you know, but when the shoe's on the other foot, the guys is the ones getting fucked.
Abby De La Rosa, the mom to nearly 1-year-old twins Zion and Zillion, recently announced she is pregnant.
So far, we have spoken about, I believe, 7 of Nick's kids, 2 with Mariah, 2 with Brittany, and then we've got 2 with Abby. Then we've got 1 with Lanisha, and then Brittany and Abby are currently pregnant in this moment. Then we move on to Alyssa Scott, who once upon a time dated Nick Cannon.
As we mentioned earlier, Nick reportedly became a father to a baby boy named Zen per his rumored girlfriend Alyssa Scott's birth announcement on Instagram. And prior to Zen's birth, Nick actually welcomed 3 kids into the world within the past year.
Okay,
this next clip asks him,
what happened? Hold up.
Like, what do you do if a woman, you know, wants you to put on a condom? And that's supposedly back in June 2020, Alyssa and Nick, that they had.
Okay, Alyssa Scott, we got to look her up because, you know, you guys could judge it. you guys are the best judges ever. You guys could judge it. I just want to see if he's fucking with some ducks or what it is. Because the women, they're pissed off. Like these women are fine as hell. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If Nick Cannon should just throw in the towel or what he should do. But he's got hell of a lot more resources than me. You know, I'm glad I already got the PlayStation 5 because if the way my finances is set up, if that motherfucker came out this year, shit, we might not be getting it. We might not be getting that motherfucker. You know, I'm going to just keep it 1,000. Keep it 1,000.
Instagram about Zen, wishing him a heavenly birthday and just speaking about how much she loves him. Honestly, I would cry if I read this right now. And I believe that Nick is equally as emotional about the situation because he's spoken on his own show and he got choked up speaking about the last time he held Zen.
If I'm not mistaken, but it was like where it was fluid that was building up in his head, and that was the cause of his head was starting to get big. Ultimately, if anybody knows how cancers work, it was cancer in the brain. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had allowed the sun to rise and, you know, kind of hold my son. Having the last, holding my son for the last time.
It's really hard to watch Nick get emotional over this, and it's relatable because we all have loss in our life and it never gets easier, but we do have more baby mamas to get to, and I want to talk to you guys about Bree.
Meanwhile, new mom Bree Tiesi, who gave birth.
Yeah, Alyssa Scott was born in 1993. You guys could do the math. 1993. So he's clearly going after younger women. You know, I kind of look at the whole Mariah Carey situation. Of course, he got into that relationship. She had already hit the wall, you know, and the wall is not the worst thing ever, y'all. But a lot of times guys are trading in some of those old Buicks and for the new joints, you know. I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. That's why you got to be selective. Women, you know, these women are going to get traded in. If he keeps it up at this rate, it's going to be some fucked up relationships. These women are going to be wanting more. You know, they're going to be wanting. You can't possibly be in your fucking 40s. I mean, maybe you can, but maybe you can just start knocking down 6 brides and then add another 3 or 4 to that. Shit, somebody's going to be going to get something outside of the deal.
Birth to legendary Love Cannon in June was spotted out in West Hollywood yesterday. The 31-year-old is the newest cast member of Netflix.
Another 31-year-old. There go Nick Cannon's about 43, 42, 43, 44. You know, Nick Cannon's up there and he's reaching down. He wants something. I think that 30 mark is a good mark. A lot of times you get women in their 20s, they just really not there. They're not there at all. They're not relationship. They don't have the compatibility to be in a relationship, you know, a lot of times. Some, not all, right? Not all women, but a lot of them.
Netflix's Selling Sunset.
So Brie had a child with Nick named Legendary Love, which is giving me
Okay, so Brie, look, what is she? Give me some insight. Soul Power, salute.
Dr. Hood, what it is, my brother?
What it do? What it do?
Hey, what you cooking on?
We up here on this Nick Cannon. We up on this Nick Cannon.
Is it true that he really had 12? This about to be his 12th baby, something crazy like that?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it.
Hey, he took the scripture literal. Be fruitful and multiply. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, if the courts wasn't set up the way they are, and women wasn't entitled to so much when it comes to court systems, because these women, they could really get together and borderline destroy this guy. You know, they could. And when you leave a motherfucker with that much power over your assets and businesses and resources, and, you know, I mean, to me, it's not a smart thing. You know, apparently he's forking out $3 million a year annually to keep this up. And if he builds it up even more, he's going to be forking out more than that. I mean, he's only worth he's only getting $6 million a year, you know, and that's probably before taxes, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know if Nick Cannon can sustain this type of lifestyle, you know, but that's just my opinion. What you think, brother?
I don't know. Maybe the brother got some type of contractual agreement with these women. You know, he seemed to be a very strategic brother. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing as far as income goes. Guys like him, they know how to hide money and place money in different entities to where, you know what I'm saying, they're not getting that crazy tax overhead whopping them. So, you know, they say he only making this. I don't believe it. Nick Cannon, he got that chalupa.
Yeah, that's what I would think. You know, how much Mariah's worth, but maybe she wasn't forking none of that over.
Yeah. More than likely she wasn't. She pretty savvy.
Yeah, she's like, you better be here for this relationship, not my money.
Facts. And if I was worth half a bill, I'd be protecting my assets as well too.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Well, he traded her ass in for some new, you know, they seem like they all about 30 years old. That's what it's looking like. You know, all these women, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I remember him back in the day talking about, you know, that was like his crush. So I think that was like more like a fantasy type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. For me, I had like a fourth grade teacher. What's that?
He said he finally got it and it wasn't all what it was cracked up to be.
Yeah, man, maybe the lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? You know, I heard she was a hellified diva and all this, that, and the third. You know, Nick seemed to be a super humble cat. So it was probably like oil and water. And he like, you know what, let me bow out, you know, and let me just be in these streets. And that's what the man is doing. I ain't mad at him. If I could afford it, you know what I'm saying, and black women in America was cultured the right way, you know, I definitely would have a couple wives.
Yeah, I feel it. You know, that, you know, it's gonna get wild. Let me get back in here.
Same vibe as like Powerful Queen, and I just don't necessarily love these names. To each its own, but she's actually a model and a real estate agent, and she's on the show Selling Sunset, which I found really interesting because like that's a pretty big show, so she's got her own thing going for her. Brie just gave birth to legendary Love in June of this year, so really recently, and she's had a lot to say about being one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas. Like, she's done more press than any of the other baby mamas have ever done. She's been quoted saying that all of the mothers of Nick Cannon's children are supportive of one another. I feel like everybody is focused on their own family and their own situation. We're all very supportive and just respect that. It's your family, this is ours, and if you need anything, we're here.
I feel like everybody is focused on their own family and their own situation, and we're all, you know, very supportive and just respect that. That's your family, this is ours, and you need anything, we're here.
I guess that helps Nick's situation because having a bunch of kids is very stressful. So if these women can keep it together, then that's great. But they haven't really necessarily met each other before.
No, I respect everyone's, you know, space. At some point we will. We just don't necessarily need to at the moment.
I'm not.
It is okay to be so stressed and overwhelmed that you feel like you need to talk to someone about it. And by that, I mean going to therapy. Lately, the transition from college into post-grad and working full-time and adulting has been really stressful. It's a lot of change. And so I've been using BetterHelp to help guide me through this huge transitional time in my life, and I've been loving it. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with a professional, licensed therapist in as little as 48 hours from signing up. The therapist I've been talking to specializes in work-life balance, stress, overwhelm, and self-care, so it was the perfect match for me. I also wanted a Christian therapist, so when I was signing up, I was able to select and search for Christian therapists just so we could have that same background and that same foundation. The service is available to clients worldwide, and you can log in and send a message to your therapist at any time. You'll get a thoughtful and timely response, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room like with traditional therapy. And BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to switch therapy.
I'm not entirely sure why Brie is doing so much more press than all of the other baby mamas, but I feel like sometimes she oversteps it a little bit. Like, there was an awkward moment where Nick was confronted with a statement that Brie made that she had to go through, I guess, Nick's assistant, and all of these baby mamas go through his assistant to get to him, which makes it seem like he's difficult to find.
I talked to Brie not too long ago. She said sometimes you guys go through the assistant.
We all can go through the assistant to make sure it's on the calendar if there's something important.
See, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna go viral. That's
did,
gonna go viral.
and it did.
It looked like, is Nick available to see his child?
That definitely doesn't help Nick's case because I feel like having all of these kids with all these different women, he's constantly faced with the criticism that there's no way that he can be a great father to all of these kids. And I mean, if he's hard to access, that kind of feeds into that narrative. But there's also another narrative out there that he's like kind of living in polygamy where he has multiple wives and that's why he continues to have kids with all of them and things like that. But he's made it very clear that they are not living that lifestyle.
Well, I don't trust your five.
Yeah.
So, like, is it like a sister wife? Not that they're
No, they
wives.
don't. It's definitely not that. They don't want any parts of any polygamy. Or
But do they know that you're romantically or physically involved
Yeah, I
with
think they
the other
have to. I think
mamas?
the world knows.
So he's definitely not living like a polygamist with a bunch of sister wives, even though it kind of does give that vibe. But he claims that he doesn't even really care if they get along with each other as long as everyone's respectful.
May 2020 interview, if the mothers of his children get along with each other, Cannon replied, they don't have to get along, but added that they all get along with me. Cannon has insisted that he maintains healthy relationships with all women, which may be the secret to successfully raising his children.
Honestly, I feel like that's not a lot to ask for at the end of the day. If they can just like kind of get along and stay away from each other and just, you know, do their own things. I mean, he's financially supporting them. He's buying them houses. He's giving them children. So as long as they're respectful, then they're living a happy life.
As for the other four ladies, a source tells ET the mothers of Nick Cannon's children are cordial and respectful to each other for the most part. We're also told Nick does his best to carve out time for everyone.
And it does seem like Nick is selective about these women. I mean, granted, he's, you know, had a lot of kids recently. He could have had a lot more, he claims. I mean, I'm sure that Nick Cannon, you know, He likes to hook up with people, and these women are special, and that's why he ended up impregnating them.
There's a lot of people I could have got pregnant that I didn't.
Okay, but just have fun, continue to have fun.
The ones that was supposed to get pregnant.
And when it comes to Nick's dating life, I don't see him settling down anytime soon. If anything, it seems like he may expand his family because he doesn't necessarily believe in monogamy.
Nick has made it clear that he doesn't believe monogamy is healthy, as he feels that it falls into the space of selfishness and ownership. So for him, something like getting married will never happen.
I don't feel like monogamy is healthy. I feel like that gets into the space of selfishness and ownership.
At the end of the day, Nick can live his life however he wants to, as long as he's a caring father and he's kind to these women and he's, doing his best. I mean, what can we ask from him? And honestly, there may be just a lot of cannons one day. Like maybe he's inspired by the Kardashians. He's going to plant his seed in a few different households and see whichever hits. Who knows? I mean, he works a ton, so it's not like he's like a scrub. Like he's making a ton of money, and hopefully, I guess one of these kids one day will be able to take care of him. I mean, you would hope so. Imagine if you had 10 or 12 kids and they're all bums. But anyways, I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Here's my email if you have any other video ideas for me, and I'll see you guys in a new
that's going to be coming out here. Okay. By spring, they're going to store. We got sweatshirts that say Nike. I thought we got rid of this last week. He rented out my studio. I got my money. I thought we were done. Okay. But I forgot to add one baby on the wall. Now I told y'all about the baby, but I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But you know what? I was thinking the other day, because he's on his 12th child. That's what we know publicly. Right? But somebody put a little bird in my ear. I was like, why didn't I think of this before? Right? So you gotta understand, Nick is dealing with women who dwell in Instagram who
There goes some hate right there. They dwell on Instagram. Okay, let's hear it, Tasha K. This Tasha K, just in case y'all didn't know, she was saying a bunch of shit about Cardi B and got sued for a whole bunch of papers. She's got a whole bunch of stuff wrapped up in that. What up, Def Chef?
All right, man. Salute. I gotta ask something.
Nah, you can go ahead, man.
It appalls me how comfortable people are in inserting themselves in other motherfucker situations and their views and all this type of shit. I want to just go back to the little dude who was just talking, and he was like, well, Nick Cannon can do with his life what he wants as long as he does this and that. And I'm thinking like, well, that's by your standard. Like, you're the one who determines if he's treating them a certain way. So what I'm trying to figure out, because the whole as long as, well, what if he's not doing it the way you will want? I'm sure according to them already, he wouldn't have all these children. So what I'm trying to figure out is what's going to happen if he doesn't move the way you think he should according in this situation, right? As long as he's okay, so what if he's not? Like, what's gonna happen with as far as like that person who was talking and their power in the situation and what they can influence. Same shit go with Tasha K. Same shit going with any of these niggas who's talking about the situation in certain shit, personifying it. Oh, well, as long as he treats all the kids the same. Okay, so if he don't treat them all the same, what you finna do? What's
Right.
about to happen?
Right.
Anyway, man,
Right.
I'm gonna
What
just
they gonna boycott him? They gonna boycott
Yeah,
him?
like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna like? It's not like you're Nick Cannon's uncle who used to change his diet. See, he say that's one thing, but he would never say that shit publicly. This shit that you be talking about, Dr. Hood, where motherfuckers is just doing shit for attention.
So you think the man could just, of course, every decision that you make is yours. You own it, right? What do you think about this though? Honestly though. I mean, of course, you're not gonna say he's gonna be able to do this, he gotta do this. Of course, nobody says that type of shit. Only these guys.
What I think is that niggas who got a lot of bread and influence and whatever, they could do things like this. Like, I'm not even saying that broke niggas don't do it, right? Like, the dudes who I've seen with the most kids don't nearly have Nick Cannon money.
No,
right?
not even
nothing. So but I mean, me personally, I'm just so used to Nick being Nick, man. Nick's all over the place. 1 minute, man, he'll be a drummer. The next minute he's rapping, right? Another minute he's married to Mariah Carey. Man, this dude is the Forrest Gump.
But why would he go from? Because it looks to me, I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't give a fuck. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But why would he go from the model citizen type of dude, to basically Pookie?
That nigga was never, he been Pookie the whole time.
Hey, y'all mind if I add to it?
Man, talk, my nigga. Man, teach us something, man.
No, I mean, he said it back in his rap days. He said he was a gigolo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
word is on the street that Nick Cannon pulled he tore his pull-out muscle. That's what the word was. He tore his pull-out muscle. So that's why he got all these kids. He can't pull out no more. He tore that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I don't doubt it. He definitely shoots up all the clubs.
Bro, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? He don't believe in the white man rubber, and he tore that pull-out muscle. So he just like, fuck it, I'm shooting the club up. If I deem you, if you solid,
building.
Man, I'm telling you, every wall been touching that head.
I mean, and you right about that, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I had forgot about that Gigolo song.
He said it back in the day. I'm a gigolo.
Yep.
I never really took him seriously with the rap shit,
Nah, look though, that's the whole thing. We gotta take these niggas serious, man. These niggas is telling us what they gonna do. Some niggas is gonna say it in a joking manner, but I mean, shit, just because a nigga tell you in a joking manner don't mean they joking. Remember that movie where Richard Pryor went to buy that house and the family said, oh yeah, he said, nice staircase. Yes, we're taking it with us. That nigga moved in the house. They had took the staircase with him. Richard Pryor went ham, nigga. But here's what's so cold. When he called them, the dude said, man, I told you we was taking it. Of course, Richard, if you don't bring my goddamn staircase back here. But dude really took the staircase, man. So like my man just said, that nigga made the song and he's really that.
Yeah, he's living it out. He's living that shit out.
Let me ask you this, Dev Chef. You got $30 million. If you worth $300 million, how many baby mamas you got?
Man, shit, I already got 3, and I'm worth $40.
Oh shit!
Hey, you feel me? I got
Damn.
3, man. You know, yeah, I was part of the 1500 rotating pocket, the 1500 rotating dollars. You know about
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I was one of them niggas.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Obviously, you grow up and you mature and all that shit. I'm in a whole different place, moving way different. So it's something we can have fun with now. But I mean, shit, nigga, just imagine me being out here moving in them type of circles where I could just do whatever I want. Like, think about this shit. This nigga Nick Cannon just decided to become a battle rapper. Like, yeah, let's bring these battle rappers on. Like, the shit this dude's allowed to do, I've never seen nothing like this. You know, Hitman Holla. Look up his record, because I'm not even here to dissect nobody. But what I'm saying is that when you could just hand niggas with that background that type of bread, and ain't nobody criticizing you, oh man, Nick Cannon could do what he want. You see, they set him up with Mariah Carey.
Right.
That was the beginning. That was the blow up right there. You know, let's be real, my niggas. You know, you niggas know that shit was never real. That was all industry.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You
I mean,
guys
she
know
was an older woman. That's what I saw.
Nah,
Yeah. I think she was screaming for that young meat.
Yeah, she was an older woman.
Man,
And you know, women get to them late 40s, they get that itch. They be needing that young meat to scratch.
Yeah, they get, man. I'm telling you, man. They get told what to do, man.
I feel you. This shit is all scripted.
You know, I used to think that these was organic situations till I started pulling back the covers and realizing, like, this is how that worked. Because one thing about this shit, the niggas who kind of fall out of favor with it, they'll just put it out here like, well, here's what's really going on. The people who they keep in favor, you know, they gonna do what they need to do to stay in the position they need to stay in.
Right.
So you know, I mean, I'm gonna even say this, man. There's part of me that believe this is what he's being told to do. Get out here, be a buck, make all these babies, this and that. We gonna use you as a shining example of X, Y, and Z. I don't really know exactly how they gonna weaponize it, but I can see it already.
I just think if those women, I mean, I'm sure he got some type of contract, you know, something going on, but I just think that it could go left. And you always, as a man, you always gotta, you know, cover your ass when it comes to women.
Look, it's gonna go left. Like, example, you just seen your boys live. Did you see what they got Charleston White doing now? Man, Dr. Hood, man, wait till you see this. I can't wait till you brothers see this and dissect this. This nigga's up in hotel rooms with prostitutes, holding money phones, all this little wild shit where I'm all like, oh man, so you turning him into exactly what he was supposed to oppose.
Exactly.
Right? When you hanging out with hoes in hotel rooms and money phones, to me, that's gangster shit. Like, I'm not saying you can't buy no pussy or whatever, but once you start making money phones and throwing like that, nigga, I don't know, like where I'm from, you know, you rubber banding money up and all that shit flat. Man, come on, Dr. Hood.
Yeah.
You know what that mean?
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be an activist.
Nah, that dude is a plant.
He supposed to have plastic in his pocket.
Yeah. That dude is an Asian provocateur. In my opinion, he plays by the government.
So what I'm saying is this. Why would he be in hotel rooms with hookers with money phones, rubber banding up money right now? Why would he be doing that, King?
I don't know.
That's who he really
Nah,
is.
go ahead. Nah, you do know. Go ahead and tell us, bro.
That's who he
Because
really
like you
is.
just said, like my nigga just said, he's an agent provocateur.
For sure.
And now
And
he's
it's
being
glorification.
told, right? He's being told to do this ignorant ass shit. So this is what our activists are. Like you guys see, my name Def Chef the Activist, right? I be bugging out because I'm out here doing this shit for real. One thing I know, when you really got a real agenda in the streets, really fighting for your people, nigga, it ain't gonna put no motherfucking money behind you. You better get it how you live and make it happen for yourself. And yeah, there's gonna be some crumbs that come in, but if you really fighting this fight and doing whatever, like, man, listen, bro, they're not gonna even put you in a position to play them type of games because they already know I'm not gonna get up here and I might criticize black people, but I'm not gonna talk to black people like they ain't shit, knowing what I done, where I come from, where, you know, my experiences and all that little wild shit, right? I'm not gonna be up there, oh, I'm an activist telling niggas, oh, you'll die. Man, what the fuck I look like? But that's what they got this nigga doing. Now he in the hotel room. He was just a married man. Wasn't he just a family man?
Yeah. About a week ago.
What activism is gonna do to the black household? Activism is gonna pull the black man away from his family, right? And not to even make this about Charleston White. Let's get back to the focus. My whole thing is that it's just hard for me to believe this shit is organic, y'all. Like, somebody gotta be telling these niggas to be dumb. You know how you see how a kid just be on some shit and you realize, oh, you learning that at home. You got some handlers telling you that. That ain't even really you. That's what I'm saying with this, bro. This foolishness.
Can I ask y'all?
Nick Cannon. And you know, it's like old boy said, Nick could do whatever. I don't really like people inserting themselves like, well, yeah, as long as you're doing this. That's like me saying that about you. Man, hey, clearly I could say as long as he's doing whatever, but they rewarding that nigga for all that madness.
Big
So
Bank
why
Hank.
would he stop?
Big Bank Hank in the building.
Salute, Dr. Hood. Def Chef.
What's going on? What's going
What's
on?
up with you, man?
You know, I want to hear what you think about this, brother.
What it is, man.
Oh, man, you know, it's just another day in the neighborhood, man. You know, Nick Cannon got some money, man. He got a bunch of baby mamas. Ain't nothing to worry about. He could pay for them.
He said he got it $3 million annually. He got it, huh?
He got it. He know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Spreading the seed.
Shit, he better not take 6 years off. He only got there. It says the net worth is 20. You know, that's the only part that I'm worried about. That's the only part that I'm worried about.
This nigga produce shows.
But look, some people admit to have a lot of kids, man. Everybody know that dude around the hood that got 10, 12 kids already. So, you know what I'm saying? Some people have a lot of kids, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? He just happened to have a lot of money and have a lot of kids. I mean, he got it.
Hey, man, he produces shows on MTV.
But to me, I don't know. Go ahead, Chef.
What?
Nah, it's just it seems a little, and I understand. You know, you gotta. I mean, if you look at it from a male's locker room perspective, you know, I always got to put that on there. He, you know, he waited a long. I don't know exactly how old he was when he had the baby with Mariah. I think probably 30 years old, you know, so he waited. With most of the time, black men will be having kids like in their 20s, right? For the most of my partners that I know had a kid in their 20s, you know. So I think he didn't. He waited. And then he did the little Mariah thing, which made him a little older. And then all of a sudden, within the last 5 years or something, he just busts out and have like 10 kids. you know, that's the type of thing that, you know, because you can go through a little phase in 5 years, and then 10 years after that, you could be regretting that shit, you know. And I know he's not going to regret having his kids, you know, those are his seeds. There's nothing better than seeing your seeds, but just the headache that these women could do. They could bring other men around. I mean, yeah, you guys is cool with that. Everybody fucking and everything. So can these women have boyfriends on the side?
You don't think they do already, bro?
Well, no, I'm just asking. Is it okay with you? I don't. It doesn't matter what they have. You're paying.
Yeah, sure.
You're paying $3 million.
Man, bro.
Is it okay?
That's dang, bro.
I think TK Kirkland said it the best. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you do what you do until I pull up. You know what I'm saying? When I'm here, I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how Nick Cannon live in his life. He already said he's not possessive. You know what I'm saying? He don't look at women like as ownership, you know, objects. So that's how he lives. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this though: do you think that modern relationship construct is like is kind of dead, like it needs to evolve with the change in the times?
I don't know. I don't really look at it like what it needs to be or what state it's in. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got that far.
I could answer that.
Go ahead.
There's a bunch of shit that motherfuckers just been in denial in for years, right? When you raised by your grandparents, right, you get to get raised different than being a child. They'll tell you all the shit they would never tell you. You'll hear all the arguments that was never said before or whatever. It's a whole different position. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. All this shit that's going on, none of this shit is anything new. Right?
That's a fact.
Like some of this shit, I could get hella specific, but I know how defensive and butthurt motherfuckers be acting. So I don't really get into it like that. But I mean, like, you know, nigga, I know about motherfuckers growing up with niggas playing with them. Come to find out, they got the same daddy. Mama just tell them one day, right? Now everybody been knowing this shit, but the kids don't know nothing. See, that's what the difference is. Like, we know this stuff. This stuff is out there. A lot of motherfuckers be under certain impressions because the information wasn't out there, right? If we live in a home, especially if you my age, right? I'm 48, right? So I'm around no computers and all that shit. All right, so when you live in that life, you don't know that motherfuckers got alternative families, and you don't know a bunch of shit is happening. Niggas be popping up now, finding out that, oh, this nigga's my brother. Niggas been having a bunch of baby mamas. And all that shit. And you know, there's gonna be kids who get more attention. Right? There's gonna be kids who you might know a dude. You don't really know your dad. You know this dude, this been your dad your whole life. Nah, this nigga right here, you guys seen that show All American?
No, I never seen.
Where the dude goes to the private school and then he finds out the coach is really his dad and the mom and all. Yeah, that shit been going on.
That's true. I mean, to even add to your point, my dad, he got 4 brothers that was all born within the same year. So, you know what I'm saying? And they born in the 60s. So, yeah, my grandfather had like 3 families at the same time. Like, you know, they made songs about it back in the day. Papa was a Rolling Stone, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. I think, like you said, it's just that we got the access to the information. We got this internet thing. So everything is kept, you know, presented to us via imagery. Whereas it was a little more secretive back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. But I was speaking from this standpoint of, like, for myself, I got 2 daughters, you know what I'm saying? And I just look at the current state of, you know, how men are now, and then we talking about potentially 20 years from now, what these dudes gonna be like. And it's like, damn, realistically, it might be one of them situations where my daughters have to be sister wives. What the, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of effeminate men walking around males. You know what I'm saying? If I want my daughters to be held and being protected by a man, it might be that she gotta take on some alternative ideas and relationships.
Yep. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, man, that is just out here now. And, you know, we either accept it or we don't. But one thing I definitely know is that there been Nick Cannons, right? They probably haven't just been able to just be completely out there with it like what, however. But I mean, man, you know, Fela Kuti, motherfucking Bob Marley, like DMX, like this shit. And you know, that's low hanging fruit. Them is just the easy ones. Like I know a gang of names, and some of these people we look upon highly. Some of these people we might have more of a problem with. But like I said, all this shit comes down to the people involved, right? So I could sit here all day and say, oh, such and such, they could do what they want as long as they treat them this way. Well, nigga, what you gonna do if I'm not? If I'm not handling this according to your standard, what are you gonna do about my business? See what I'm saying? You niggas might make your kids get up in the morning and do chores before school every day. Me, I don't like that shit. So I let you know. First thing you niggas gonna say, nigga, what you gonna do about it? Mind your business.
As a fact,
that's
Nick,
really
mortgage here.
Huh?
No, yeah, you're right. Are you know, we coming at it from the standpoint that, so you paying the mortgage here? You gonna take care of all these bitches? You gonna feed these kids?
Man,
Man,
yeah,
I'm telling you. Let me hear Tasha K.
Dwell in likes, who dwell in the publicity behind being world's best mother because they don't have anything else going for themselves. Okay. But there's another type of baby mama. There's a baby mama that don't like the clout. She likes to check, but she don't need the clout. Those are the ones we don't know about. Which means even though Nick has 2 other babies publicly that's going to be coming out here, okay, by spring, they're going to rise with Jesus on Easter. There are baby mamas that are off the radar. They aren't on Instagram.
See, they're going in, they're digging in. We was just satisfied with what we knew. Now she's digging. She's saying that there's more.
There are more. He is building a kingdom. More only. And he doing this. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I think Nick is doing. You know, Nick had gotten in trouble with this, right? They took his ass off here. Nick is making it his business to make babies with every white woman he can.
Oh, I
Now,
see.
that's
I
me
knew
as
this.
a
I
modern
knew this
born.
was coming. I knew this. I knew this part. I knew this part was coming, man. Like, see, all right, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Cut it in.
Man, you know,
she
she wants to make every single thing when you dealing with a black man a race thing. Right? Everything, like she's infatuated with that. I knew it was coming. Right? And I don't know if it's true, if it's not true. I mean, one thing I know about women know about men more than men know about men. It just seems to me that they know niggas' intentions more than I be knowing, even though I've been one my whole life and all this shit. So she's able to say that, and what she's doing, she's trying to dog whistle a narrative now because it's not happening fast enough. See, nobody's really giving a fuck about the nationality or the race of the baby's moms, and motherfuckers just talking about the kids and whatever. What she wants to do is she wants to insert the whole, yeah, your kingdom of white bitches narrative. Right? And you know what? I don't know if it's true. Maybe it is true. Right? But I see what she's trying to do here. This is she knows that, well, I can't really get him canceled just off of the kids and whatever. But one way to cancel a black man is to say all he loves is white women. Right? That's one of the things that we do. See, we can't cancel him because he get pussy. There's a bunch of little things that'll ruin a black man's career. Getting pussy, that'll derail the best thing you doing. For some reason, a successful black man ain't supposed to want no pussy. Doing drugs, right? We do drugs, it's the worst thing in the world. Everybody else, they just get rehab, right? And loving women outside your race, specifically white women. See, other races, they marry black women, get with black women. We love them motherfuckers. They get an invite to the barbecue, right? Nigga fuck with some light-skinned bitches, some white chicks, however they do it, all of a sudden, that's the biggest issue. So I see what she do it. She does this in all her videos. She does this in all her videos. She pushes that whole narrative. She say the same thing about you niggas on the panel. She'll throw all you niggas up in the mix with this. So
no, she about to. She probably about to.
Oh, okay. See,
and I ain't seen it, but you know, I'm gonna just let her get her little spilly.
All right, is this the lady that is getting that got sold by Cardi B?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she ran to Africa.
No, got it. So she said Nick didn't want a Wakanda, he wanted a Wakaka. That's what he wants, huh? Yeah, he wants the Wakaka, not the Wakanda. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Do your thing, Nick.
Birthing. Gentrification. Bitch, I just made up a word. It's called population gentrification. When his semen enters a white woman, the race is no longer white. Follow me. It goes deeper. I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but this shit the truth. I'm trying to tell you. He listen, he onto some deeper shit. And then he wearing the motherfucking turban to throw y'all off so y'all think he Indian. I'm telling you.
She on his helmet.
He is making it his business. He know the most sperm he put in the white women and the Courtneys and the Beckys, the black population rises.
Wait, see, hold on. Like this, all right, man. This bitch a cornball, dog.
Yeah, you know she gonna throw that hate in there.
And yes, bone marrow force lupus. Listen to me.
Ray motherfucking Midnight.
Beat the motherfucking deal, Dr. Hood, Def Seth, Big
Yes,
Bang,
sir.
Soul Power with the fist.
Yes, sir, man. We in the building.
Look, y'all. Good morning to you guys. I see.
When we got 5 or more, it's like Voltron. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
5 or more. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? We get off into a different atmosphere, man. Let's hear it, Ray.
Listen, man. Shout out to y'all getting myself ready for this Dallas trip I got in the morning. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know what everybody else said, but listen, Nick ain't doing nothing, you guys. He's not doing nothing no different. Okay. He's not doing nothing no different, okay, than a lot of us brothers is doing, okay? He's not. The only difference is, okay, Nick is doing a lot of old school NBA players done. Wilt, Kemp, okay? Nick has done what a lot of football players do, okay? There's this black dude, I forgot his name. He's retired now. He ain't old, but he played for the Eagles, was on defense. I forgot. He has about 12. He got Nick beat, okay? Right now. Okay, and he's not even my age yet. If he is, he's about my age. I forgot his name. I'm gonna have to look him up. But these are the ones that's documented, okay? Nick is only doing this is what I respect about Nick and what he's doing. Okay. This is what I respect about it. Okay. He got them all in line. Okay. Okay. Let's be honest about this. Okay. We know why they're all in line, though, brothers. We know why, because of his financial status, right? He has the financial capability to take care of all these children, you know, which is such the case of all the athletes with financial or celebrities. Not too many celebrities do this, but mostly athletes do this. Black athletes, I might add. Okay, you don't hear this too much in any other cultural athletic celebrities. Mostly us brothers, right? All right. Now, Nick had kept it a buck also that this is what he was trying to do. He was trying to dispel the black man in the family, however it's done, because we're in the culture now. Folks is accepting polygamy too now that because of how the inflation and income is, them 2-3 incomes as one is better. So we're in a culture nowadays where polygamy is being brought up, and we know in Black history that's really our thing. We in our African culture we supposed to have 2-3 wives, So I mean, it's not really. So what Nick is doing, he has the money and the look. I seen y'all's rating the women. We're not. Listen, we're always not intended to have no children by no booger wuss. We're not. I don't have none. None by no booger was. Now that's to my opinion. That ain't going to be agreeance to y'all. Like, well, Ray, I don't know about that first one. That first one might be a little bit drunk. You had that beer, or your third one. But for Nick, of course, he's going to have all his wild and out chicks, and he ain't too many thick ones though. Ain't too many super thick ones. If y'all know, it's out the Calvary. He don't like them too thick now. You don't like them too curvaceous. If you notice, they're tall, and most of them looks like they're about over 5'5", something like that. But his financial wherewithal is what got these women in line of why they're like, well, be taken care of. We know how this could be disastrous, right? Because how do you balance out all that time? But the financial part of it. And they know his moves. They know they know what he's trying to do. So if all these women after baby number 4-5 come around, they knew the deal. They knew what they were expecting. They want part of the stats. They know that, hey, I'm gonna share a kid with this other woman. We all gonna come together when it comes to family reunions. And Nick gonna be that big dad in the big king chair at every family reunion that all the women are getting together for at a resort. So I'm not knocking Nick. If you got the money for it and you actually are going to participate in these children's lives, I'm really not knocking Nick. I'm gonna be dead ass. He can have 15, 20 of them, as long as he's taking care of them, the problem is the women's attitudes. Are they going to allow you to do that? Are their egos and pride going to withstand that? That's the real issue. That's all I got on that. I ain't hating them at all.
Right. Because they're gonna start bashing them after a while.
Why you ain't spend time with me? How he get the Power Wheels and I got the Fisher Prize?
You guys want me to get a woman in the building?
Yeah, bring on if there's one available.
Hey, Alley Cat, what's up?
Hi.
Allie.
What are we talking about now?
Ooh, Allie.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nick Cannon, let's talk about it.
See, you got Nick kids
What are
crying.
you talking about Nick Cannon and his new baby?
You know, he got the babies. You know, let me know if you think that's the right thing to do, or what do you think is going on? You're a woman, we're men, we got
What do
our
you mean about
different
the babies? I got 5 kids.
about the whole situation, period. About
What
everything.
is the situation? I don't even keep up on this whole ass shit.
He's expecting another one, Allie. He's expecting
Good
another.
for him. Have babies so you can't have one. Fuck it. You got the money. Do it.
Allie want the club shot up.
So you don't think that the baby's moms are gonna go after him? Like, he's got 6 babies' moms. You don't think that none of them are gonna start getting jealous?
Why? They're all bad bitches. Like, bitch. A bad bitch does not get jealous of another bitch. She's just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
Okay,
If
so
you
they
date bad
ain't gonna get
bitches, you're
jealous.
never gonna have a problem because that bitch is not pressed.
Shit.
Period. Get you a bad bitch and then you'll be fine. You can have as many babies mamas as you want because none of them bitches is gonna be caring about what the next bitch is doing.
Oh, okay.
That's my motto.
As long as they ain't ugly, they shouldn't be jealous of each other. That's Allie's.
Yeah, jealousy is a trait of envy. That's fear. It's a fear-driven trait. Having less than, wanting some shit from somebody like that you can't get from yourself. That's another fear-driven trait. Like, I'm sure all these bitches know exactly who they're getting involved with, what they're getting out the deal, and it's they're not pressed. It's Nick Cannon. He's got all that production money. He's secretly more balling than we even see on TV. He's probably got his hands into so much shit in Hollywood at this point in his life. Mariah Carey is one of his baby's moms. So period. If Mariah Carey is on my ringtone, and if she was my baby's mom, I wouldn't be pressed about shit. I'll go have a million babies. She could probably get a text from that bitch too, if you wanted to. He dates bad bitches that don't gotta worry about that.
Mariah Carey didn't even fork him no issue.
That's what I'm saying. And she's the craziest.
Mariah Carey was worth almost $500 million, and when she left Nick Cannon, he was only worth like $10 million. Like
exactly.
She didn't even,
why do you think she didn't give that? Why do you think she didn't give no issue? Because she would have had an issue.
She give more to the government. She give more to the fucking government than she gave to her own fucking husband, father of her fucking kids.
Good for her.
That's gonna wipe her ass when she's an old ass lady. You know what I'm saying?
But Nick didn't stay with that for a reason. Okay, he didn't stay with that.
The fuck up when
Did she hit the wall? Did Mariah Carey hit the wall or what? What's going on?
I think
Mariah
that she
wanted a baby.
She had a baby late. I think Nick got her late. Nick got her late.
That shit looked like it was some in vitro baby.
Nick enough credit for tagging Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? I think he swooped in and did his thing and had babies with her. I think it was her attention.
Oh no, that's a plus. He got baby. Yeah, that's a good one. He got
she was ready to hit the wall though.
Right, she was ready to hit the wall though.
She grabbed him. She was ready to hit the wall.
Yeah.
She snatched him up. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wasn't checking for Mariah.
Good guy.
She wasn't, she wasn't looked at as that sex symbol when Nick got her. She was always fine, but she had hit a wall. She's been known as
fine in the face.
Yeah, right.
She's an icon.
She probably don't look nothing like these ones that he got babies with now.
No, he probably don't give a fuck because their bank account ain't looking nothing like hers.
She's secure. For sure, she's secure.
She's insecure. Yeah, all that shit Mariah Carey does in public.
If money would keep you, then you know,
And
Nick
Mariah
Cannon
Carey's
will
boyfriend
still be
after
with her.
Nick Cannon is like 20-something. She's not tripping.
She just don't look like I think when Nick got her, she was drinking too much. She was, she just wasn't like you said, she hit the wall. She wasn't that sex symbol-ish as she was when we was growing up. You get what I'm
His new
saying?
baby mom is fine as fuck. I seen her on He got a baby with her already. This is like their second kid.
But we all would have still did what Nick did though. So I mean that at the
You have
same
Nick
time.
Cannon money and you like having babies. You might.
It was a trophy. It was a trophy piece. I got kids by Mariah Carey.
I would have a kid with Mariah Carey. I'm not even mad at him.
But she don't look fun sexually though. She don't look like she's as fun as she dresses sexually though. She
She's
don't look
probably
like that fun.
super freak.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. She
Mariah
don't look
Carey
like
looks like she probably is a freak.
she don't look like she's been in it over. She looks like her arch isn't well. She don't look like she got that arch well. I ain't even gonna hold you guys. She don't look like she know how to throw that arch back.
Yoga and arch your back.
I don't think she ain't got that yoga arch Allie got right there. I don't think Mariah doing that.
Yeah, Mariah, man. Mariah just, I mean, it shows. She give more to the government than she gave her own fucking husband.
He don't need it.
Man, he only had 10 mil. He do need it.
Only?
She was spoon feeding that dude. I got 2 kids with you, been with you 6-8 years. You worth a half a billy, right?
Nick didn't need her money, bro. You know that.
Man, I wouldn't give a fuck. And my girl I'm with right now, if I had $300 fucking million and if we got a divorce or whatever the fuck, and she only got 10 million that she made on her own, like, come on, man. He
didn't need to do it. He didn't get with her for her money though. He got with her for the status of I got Mariah Carey's kids.
Man, this is simpish vibe. I'm getting simpish vibes from Nick, man.
But that's what it is though. Because if he didn't get, let's think about it. He didn't need to fuck with her for the money. He fucked with her for the same.
So what would you have done if you fuck with Mariah? You had 2 babies with her. You spent fucking 6-8 years with her, right? And so you mean to tell me that you're gonna go into the relationship, you're gonna leave the relationship with basically everything that you earned for yourself and nothing more? She's worth $500 million.
What does he earn from her? He didn't make that. Look, she made all that on her own. He made his own money. They ain't got to have those problems.
Man,
they
she's stingy. She's real stingy, man. That might got something to do with why he left her.
Nah. Because you gotta remember, he's valued, he's estimated at 10 million, but he had all them other entities that he has himself involved in. So he's way more than a number suggests. We learned that from Kanye, right? So I mean, it's estimation. You know what I'm saying? We know what Mariah earned, and they don't, but they both was rich coming in, whether it's 10 or half a bill. They both was rich. So what me as Nick Cannon, if I'm Nick Cannon with my 10 million, let's just say 10 million, what do I need? What do I need to sit up here and go in your stash box? And I know we both gonna be taken care of it either way. All I want to know is, are we gonna be good parents to these kids? Are our kids' future gonna be secure for their grandkids? And them twins are gonna be secure for their generations to come with their wealth, if they do it right. At least
okay, but since we're talking about future,
Lord have mercy.
Since we're talking about future,
Jesus Christ.
National Geographic determines Americans will look.
Why do you use him though?
2050. Because he's populating
Not
this.
comparable.
You said what?
Nick Cannon and Future don't even compare, bro.
Why they skin bleaching them like that? He darker than that.
So you don't give Future a pass, but you give Nick Cannon a pass? Is that what you're saying?
Man, I'll give Future a pass in like 10 years when he establishes himself more.
Future got more money than Nick Cannon. What are we talking about?
Future Future has not got more money than Nick Cannon.
I think his net worth is higher than Nick Cannon's. It is.
I think that net worth on the internet is a bunch of crap.
But if it's crap, then why can I put my shit at 3 million then? If it's crap, you see what I'm saying?
You could probably Google it ain't worth. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You see
Google
what I'm saying?
Not that.
But did I make a great point though? Did I make a great point or not?
You have shows in syndication that play and play and play. That at the end of it, it says Future Productions. No, Nick Cannon does. Go look on every show on motherfucking MTV right now. Nick Cannon has a production value in that show that's in syndication.
Future say his shit is 40 million, bruh. Nick Cannon shit say 20.
Also looks like a liar.
Man, look, like I said, if it's that fake, then I should be able to just go and change my shit to fucking 3 million.
Hey, Dr. Hood, that is facts because remember, Future just sold his catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sold his whole music catalog, so that worth is accurate right there. But
I'm just saying, syndicated shows and rap and putting out hits, two different things. You got a show in syndication on MTV. Basically, Nick Cannon's shows populate like half the airtime on fucking MTV.
Yeah, but they pay him a set amount. You know, they might give him a $100K an episode or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what they give
every month, every episode. Every episode that comes out, man, I can't get on TV without seeing Wild 'N Out on fucking MTV. I'm tired of watching the show. I don't want to watch MTV. I mean,
man, listen, man.
Like, some of them ain't even Wild 'N Out. He's got other shows where he's just producing.
So what? Future's getting banked though.
I think Nick is worth more, but I think he's smart with where a lot of his money. He don't have his face and name behind a lot of his money. I think that's real smart people with money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting their name on everything.
So we all know
Mariah Carey is not having in vitro twins with fucking Future because she's not stupid. She went and made that bitch went and had some in vitro twins.
She knew.
He didn't just make twins with her. She didn't just pop twins in her. They went to a white doctor, paid them. They put the babies up in that old bitch, and she done had some babies. That's what happened. And who knows if Mariah Carey was even pregnant or she had a surrogate or whatever, and that wasn't just, Sorry, my fucking thing came out my ear. I said, really? Mariah Carey could have just had a surrogate the whole time. People don't know. That Hollywood shit be real.
Man, listen, man.
I'm just saying, it's not all what you see. It's what's behind the scenes. Nick Cannon is way more ballin' than fucking Future. For sure. I don't care what Google says.
Man, listen, man.
Well, I'm just saying, when you turn on the TV and you see a motherfucker's name at the end of
Nick
the show,
Cannon, man, Nick Cannon, Future, Nick Cannon. Nobody can really. All we know is that the network. If it
all
was
you know
fake,
is you Googled it, and Google is not facts.
it's not, but it's not proven. You know what's a fact?
And I'm saying longevity.
That your ass don't listen.
That is a fact. And you love it.
We don't know what smart investments that Future has out there that he doesn't have his name on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you just said that he sold his catalog.
It doesn't matter. You can make a whole new catalog in a month. That doesn't matter. That just means that those songs that was in the catalog that he sold the rights to, he makes new shit every day.
Why do you like Future so much?
I didn't say I liked him. I just said his net worth is fucking 40 million and Nick is 20. So how are we arguing about Nick Cannon got more money than this guy? You know what I'm saying? That's
because I think that his value is higher.
That's what you think.
That's my opinion.
This guy Future's fucking touring with Drake and shit, bro. Drake's the biggest fucking artist ever. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like
how did that happen?
Michael Jackson type of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's got personality. You know why? Because he was an actor before all this, so he knows
He's
how to
worth
play
more
that
than
good.
T.I., all Ludacris, all those guys. Those are successful ass dudes.
Well, at
Future
the end of the
surpassed
day,
them all. Jeezy,
everything is
Gucci
entertainment.
Mane, he surpassed
And
them
so
all.
that's what everyone has to realize.
He's up there with like Nicki Minaj, and you know, like he's up there. He's with those guys. You know.
My AirPods keep falling out my ear. Just 'cause I don't like AirPods.
Yeah, you got to get that old school with the string on it. That's the one.
I need that or something. Look, I got these weird Asian ears or something. And I hold these AirPods.
Yeah, man. Nick Cannon got enough of my time, though. You did.
I like Nick Cannon. I don't have nothing against him and his Cameron and baby mama. But that's fun because I got hella baby dads, so I don't really give a fuck like him.
She said she got hella babies' dads.
I do. I'm like a female Nick Cannon or something.
Well, then this is what the world's gonna be looking like. In the
Ali
next
got hella baby dads.
30 years.
I got hella baby dads, so I'm not annoying as fuck.
Oh, okay. So no room for error. What is the number tonight? That's what I need to know. Number tonight.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Come on around the way.
We about to blame this nigga for everything.
May I please type the 3-digit security code on the
Allie's audio is terrible, man. We gotta respect the audio on the show, man. That shit is terrible, famo. We gotta do better, man.
Man, I thought you had Megatron in here.
Man.
Audio was bad. I was over here dying.
Yeah, man.
That was her baby dad's connection. That was.
Yeah, your shit, profile, your shit's like that too, though.
Oh, word? Oh, man, I'm in this damn truck. Oh, shit, you should have told me, bro. I'm in this damn truck. I'm driving this 18-wheeler. Shit, I'm going to get out of here.
Let me see.
Hello?
Yeah, your audio, man. Your audio is terrible. We gotta, man.
I'm like geriatric with this fucking technology shit. For real.
We 100 streams in, man. We 100 streams in.
My bad. Can you hear it now?
Yeah, your shit fucked up, girl.
Sorry.
But anyway. Yo.
Shit still bad.
I'm over here doing the dishes.
Let me see. Yeah, that shit's bad. Your shit, that's you, Allie. Allie's shit's bad.
My shit's still bad, Dr. Hood.
Yeah. It's muffly.
All right. Shit, hey, man, appreciate you letting me up understand. I'm gonna get out of here. Yo,
So you already know, boss. Anytime. Deaf motherfucking chef. Yeah, let me get in here, man. You know how we do at the end of the show. At the end of the show, got to make sure everybody hit the like and subscribe and let you know that we're going to be in the building. We're going to be in the building. We're going to be cooking. You dig? I'm back on my morning shit. So you guys email me some topics, you know, the Dr. Hood, all that shit. Go look me up on Instagram, Dr. Hood. You dig? DR_H19D. You know, over there, you could reach me over there. You know, we getting it in. We're pressing the hard line. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, man. Smash that button. We're just trying to get these videos out here to give us something to do. Once we build a platform, we got something to do. You know, meet and greets, all kind of shit, man. Giveaways, cash prize giveaways. You know, when we balling off the algorithm, because the day one stayed down, you know, it's going to be a great thing. We can always give back. Promote other channels that fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Def Chef going to be doing a bunch of cooking. You guys want to check that out. It's going to have some secret recipes and good shit that you guys could tap into. Alley Cat got the yoga popping off for all these stiff back motherfuckers. that can't touch their toes without bending their legs, you know what I'm saying? They could tap into that channel. It's under construction right now. We're, you know, working out the details. Dr. Hood, always cooking, you know, can't wait to get my other channel back. Those that know, they know. We could have them thousands of subscribers on that joint, you know, and help funnel some of the traffic back over here and vice versa, you know, just to build everything as a whole. You dig? My phone lines is always open. Hit me up on Instagram, and you could always leave your email in the comments if you need to get at me. I check all my messages, all the comments. I check them all. So you can leave your email up in there, or just request, you know, contact information. We'll figure it out, man. Anyway, this Dr. Hood, and yes, sir. Let me see. Let me get up in here. Let me play that Rebel, that motherfucking Splash God. That shit was so hot. I'm gonna play that on the way out. Anyway, peace.
2 years and you didn't make a buck. Bitch, I'm back. I'm all papers and I'm papered up. I'm Milwaukee for my bucks. Swear that nigga Giannis. I'm killing nigga. I go broke again. I'm being honest. Cause when I'm broke, I'm robbing for them extra dollars. And niggas will come rob you if they think you got it. And niggas will come kill you just because you shining. And will set you up for them little diamonds. Compromise their loyalty just for them dollars. And you can't tell me shit about your little problems. Yeah. Forgive me for the sins that I committed. I know I got some problems, I admit it. I was hella broke, I was due for a fixin'. It hurts when you can't buy your kids a piece of chicken. It hurts when a nigga come shoot up your apartment. Then you get evicted, nigga. I'm dealing with some problems. And you ain't got the answer, Sway. How you gonna solve them? I need to slow down, cause I'm drinking too.